Today's book explores a subject that has intrigued thinkers for centuries: the intricate dance between wealth, poverty, and politics. Our guide on this journey is the renowned economist Thomas Sowell and his seminal work, Wealth, Poverty, and Politics. Sowell's book is not just another discussion on economic disparities. It's a bold departure from the usual narratives. While others focus on policy proposals to end poverty or reduce income gaps, he takes a different route. He asks us to pause and understand the actual facts about the causes and consequences of economic inequalities. Why? Because, as he puts it, facts are stubborn things. And no matter our wishes or passions, they remain unchanged. Sowell's central argument is that many policies aimed at helping the poor often miss the mark because they are based on misconceptions about the causes of poverty and inequality. He argues that these misconceptions can lead to policies that are not just ineffective, but downright harmful. Imagine trying to solve a problem you don't fully understand. The result? More harm than good, especially for those who are already vulnerable. One of the key insights Sowell offers is the idea that economic success is not the result of a single factor. It's not just about genetics, exploitation, or any other single element. Instead, it's about multiple prerequisites for success. Think of it like baking a cake. You need flour, sugar, eggs, and more. Missing just one ingredient can lead to failure. Similarly, nations or groups with most, but not all, of the necessary factors can remain poor for generations, only to surge forward once they acquire the missing pieces. Take, for example, 18th century Scotland and 19th century Japan. Both experienced sudden economic and technological advancements after acquiring the factors necessary for success. On the flip side, nations like China, once at the forefront of human achievement, can lose a key ingredient and fall behind. But here's the twist: they can also reverse course, as China is currently doing, rapidly rising in economic and technological levels. Sowell challenges the notion that economic disparities are due to some major differentiating factor, like genetics or exploitation. He argues that the uneven outcomes we see are not necessarily a result of these factors. Instead, they are often the result of the complex interplay of multiple factors, including geographic, demographic, cultural, and political influences. Now, let's talk about geography. Sowell emphasizes that geographic settings can either expand or restrict the development of human potential. For instance, the proximity of ancient Greeks to the Middle East gave them a head start in urbanization and civilization. But geography is not destiny. A nation can lose its edge if it fails to maintain the prerequisites for success, as China did when it isolated itself from the world centuries ago. Sowell also delves into the role of culture. He argues that cultural factors, like attitudes toward work, education, and entrepreneurship, play a crucial role in economic outcomes. For example, the British culture, with its emphasis on hard work and education, has been a significant factor in the success of former British colonies like the United States, Canada, and Australia. But here's where it gets interesting. Sowell points out that cultural influences are not deterministic. Just as geographic determinism fails to explain economic outcomes, so does cultural determinism. People and nations can and do change. The rise of Scotland and Japan are prime examples of how cultural changes can lead to dramatic economic advancements. Let's talk about the role of human capital. Sowell argues that the skills, knowledge, and values that individuals possess are crucial for economic success. This is why immigrants, even those who arrive with little education, can thrive if they come from cultures that value education and hard work. The success of groups like the overseas Chinese, Lebanese, and Jews around the world is a testament to the power of human capital. Sowell also addresses the issue of isolation. He argues that isolation, whether physical or cultural, is a recurring factor in poverty and backwardness. For instance, the lack of navigable waterways in sub-Saharan Africa has isolated its peoples, limiting their access to the wider world and its advancements. But perhaps the most controversial part of Sowell's argument is his discussion of the welfare state. He suggests that while well-intentioned, welfare state policies can sometimes do more harm than good. By reducing the need for individuals to develop their own productive capacities, these policies can lead to a decline in human capital and a rise in dependency. Sowell's work is a call to action for us to rethink our assumptions about wealth, poverty, and politics. It's a reminder that the path to understanding these complex issues requires a careful examination of the facts and a willingness to challenge our preconceived notions. So, what can we take away from all of this? First, that economic success is a multifaceted endeavor, influenced by a myriad of factors. Second, that while geography and culture play significant roles, they are not the only players in the game. And finally, that the pursuit of social justice must be grounded in a realistic understanding of the challenges we face and the tools we have at our disposal. This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book Wealth, Poverty, and Politics by Thomas Sowell. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.